I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all peak flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
Go.
Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Smooth.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield.
On the ready.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Come on.
Hey, stand off.
That's a
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. He's checking. Crash.
22 jet bomber. Hey, wahoo.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Shoot.
From the gun, Knight. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They give to Johnson going right. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Hey, box drop.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Ready, break.
Mike 5-4. You. Hey, switch gears.
5.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And he's got some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Raquel Armstead, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Next is for Lions 7, Vikings 0. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check. Crunch.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Hey, dude.
Dalton here from the gun. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Agnew now to return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Ready up.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Yeah.
Hey, exit.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Knight. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get the ball. Watch safety 3. Let's go. Safety 3.
Now a give right side. It's Johnson. Past the 20. A big chunk of yardage there. 37 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Looking to throw. Knight. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the carry, it's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
It's a gain of 10, and the Vikings first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 15 line it. 15 line. There.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing. Dalton. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Ready, ready! 60 yards. You must be true. Set, go!
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Open man is Thielen, it's complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Andy Dalton. He's got Smith here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gostkowski the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get in the weight room. Get it.
Now a give right side. It's Johnson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be a third and about 13. Back to throw. Knight. James has it. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The first down carry here for Johnson. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check that.
To throw on second down. Knight. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. On the carry, it's Bawden. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Bravo!
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Looking to throw on second down. Knight. James has got it. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Ready.
On first down, Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Hey.
Reset. Go.
To throw on second down, Knight. This pass complete to Higgins. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Rashard Higgins, as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Next to score, Lions 28, Vikings 7. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Go, go.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Rip left, rip left.
So Dalton now. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
32. And the Vikings first down.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, team 6, team 6.
To throw again, Dalton. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, lock it.
Dalton. Out to his left. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard
Alpha.
line.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Look at me. Zipper.
Watch the run.
2nd and 9 now. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Ready?
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Let's go.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 43.
80 weapons.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A give running right is Armstead. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Watch that. Alert flare.
Operating from the gun. Knight. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or
54 Mike. Here we go.
61. Matchbox lights.
All day.
Hey, wahoo. Lead grip.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And avoids the contact by sliding. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Foxtrot. Yo, 5.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Raquel Armstead with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Dalton. And this one complete to Smith. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Mike Ford in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Dalton. Going deep for Diggs. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Hey, watch that. Check, hey, Zoo. 54. It's going to be a long day.
To throw from his end zone, Knight steps away to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On second down, Johnson fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And the Vikings first down.
Here we go. Set. 60 yards.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Shift.
Yes.
Twist. Check nickel. Check.
Ready.
Going on the ground with Madison. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Let's set a tone.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton, he's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw here, Dalton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
So don't say nothing.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Echo. Hey, Echo. Topper.
Brings up second and 1 at the 22-yard line.
54. Mike 54.
Off play action. Knight. Open man is Higgins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down and goal to go.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Check.
Go.
Looking to throw. Knight. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Trent Sherfield. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end that feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Dalton now, the pass. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.